Hello, silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, guys, you all know that I am the Libertad lover, but today I wanted to show you some samples from my stack. Beautiful eye candy, and I'll tell you what, gotta love these Engelhard bars, and I've got a couple of them, actually more than a couple of them, and I just really cherish them in my stack. I love having the variety. Oh, here's another Engelhard right here, and love having the variety. And I'm kind of wondering about the folks watching this. I mean, what do you stack? Do you add variety to your stack? Let me show you some other stuff. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I really love these little guys right here, these little A marks. Let me toss those up there. And you guys also know, in addition to, well, there's the Libertad right there. I love all kinds of Mexican silver, and there is the old 5 pesos. And since I'm showing that you're the Mexican, take a look at this nice little selection of fractional Libertads. Good stuff, but I'll tell you what, I love my Morgans as well. And whenever I get a chance, I get them at a decent price. You know, I pick them up, as well as the old peace dollars. And I'll tell you what, I love adding this old 100-year-old silver to my stack. And you know what? A good part of my stack also happens to be the old constitutional, aka junk silver. I'm kind of partial to those Mercury dimes, but Benjamin Franklin happens to be one of my favorite characters in history, and what a character he was, I'll tell you that. I also have a fair amount of, oops, there it goes, just generic, but lately, this generic silver, these buffaloes here, have been winding up in my furnace as I have started the hobby of silver pouring. Here's a piece right here, hey, just in time for Halloween or Dia de los Muertos. And this one is actually the mascot of my channel, Bentley, our new puppy. And that's a cool one. You might have seen this one in a video. I created this owl. This is the first one I've done of its kind. And here's another one that you might be familiar with as well. Real money. Let's put that on top of those A marks. And as a stacker, I'm not only about the silver, but as you can see, I have quite the variety here. I also include fractional gold in my stack. There's a little sampling of some fractional gold. And, you know, wish I had a little bit more, but I'm primarily silver. And, you know, I add the gold in when I get a chance as well. And it's all about diversity in my stack. As you can see, I have quite the variety. This is just a little sample, but it's not my entire portfolio. Of course, at work, I have a 401k. I have other investments. And I think it's important to have a diversity of assets in your portfolio. Some of them can be conservative, like the gold, and other things that I have are meant for rapid growth, and that would be in the form of stocks that I've acquired over time. Speaking of stocks, one of those stocks happens to be the sponsor of today's video, and today is one of those giveaway videos. I get paid, you get paid, and I'll tell you what are you in the running for? These 4 silver rounds right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, these are stuck together. Those are the stackers. These 4 are going to be up for grabs as we transition over to talking about a company that I'd like to introduce you to. I am going to introduce you to the CEO. So please keep watching, and you'll be in contention for the silver. I'll let you know how in just a little while. But hey, there's going to be 4 winners to this one. Check it out. Keep watching, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am with Troy Beaujolais, CEO of Atha Energy Corp. Hey, Troy, welcome to the channel.
Hey, thanks, T. Appreciate being with you.
So, hey, let's have you start by kind of giving us the 40,000-foot view regarding the energy sector and how nuclear energy fits into it.
Yeah, One word, I think it's foundational. You know, you look at the energy transition that we're in the midst of. You have industrialized nations across the world right now that have net zero emissions targets, and you know, the view is increasingly becoming more clear that nuclear is a real solution to get to net zero emissions targets. In the midst of an energy transition, nuclear is absolutely a fundamental component for a baseload energy source.
The Athabasca Basin just must be an absolutely incredible place.
It is. It is. In my opinion, it is the #1 uranium jurisdiction in the world, and there's a few reasons for that. Starting off with the technical, it is the home to the highest grade deposits in the world. You know, with grades that are 100. You know, on average, 100 times larger than anywhere else in the world, or 100 times higher. You know, so from a technical perspective, the deposits in the Athabasca Basin are unparalleled. And then you look at the basin from a practical perspective. You know, we've been mining uranium in Saskatchewan for over 70 years since you know, the Second World War, and as a function of that, the technical expertise and technical workforce that exists in this province is probably second to none. And then from there, you wrap around a very stable political jurisdiction that has a very, you know, robust and strong track record from a regulatory perspective. And based off those three components, you know, I believe it's the best uranium jurisdiction in the world.
Now, let me kind of backtrack and go to something that you mentioned a little earlier, clean energy. That happens to be something that's very important to me. My family enjoys the outdoors. I like to fish, go hiking, and quite simply, clean air and water is obviously necessary to have. Can you speak a little bit about the benefits of nuclear energy accomplishing those goals of a clean source of energy?
Hey, I second that. You know, I grew up on a ranch in Saskatchewan, and you know, I love the outdoors myself, and it's important to me, and it's important to our values. And so, you know, from an energy perspective, you look at you know, it starts off with the energy density in uranium. You know, the amount of energy that you can produce from a single pound of uranium equals, you know, 100, you know, tons and tons of coal, or, you know, barrels and barrels of oil. Okay, so the potential energy is significant, but it also comes with zero carbon emissions. You know, once you get to the point where you're have you know, nuclear fuel within a reactor, the process then is basically just making steam. And so, you know, you have zero carbon emission energy sources. And not only that, it's, you know, when you stack it up against other, you know, call it renewable or green energy sources, be it wind or solar, which are obviously, you know, part of this whole energy transition. But the difference with nuclear energy is it is, you know, solid, reliable, scalable baseload energy power that comes with zero emissions attached to the actual energy production. So, you know, that's why I think there's a growing understanding that net zero emissions are only possible when backstopped and baseload provided by nuclear.
The amount of acres you have is incredible. You've diversified and are in different locations around that region.
That's right. It's spread out through the entirety of the Athabasca Basin, right from the north shore, north side of the Athabasca, around right to the central part, which would be the Cable Bay Shear Zone, to the eastern Athabasca region to the southwest, and actually a highly underexplored area on the west side, which is actually in the province of Alberta. So it is a dominant land position. It's 3.4 million acres across the Athabasca Basin, which is by far the largest land position in the basin. And it's across, you know, across past producing, current producing, and emerging districts within the basin.
Now, when it comes to the land, you've got the goods. How about the cash to make your projects come to fruition?
Hey, that is an absolute critical factor with Atha. Okay, so at Atha, in general was envisioned a bit different than most junior exploration companies, and that was, the vision of bringing a land package together with scale. And by having scale, you also then, a critical component of that is having the balance sheet to be able to explore it. And in turn, also having the capital markets team to be able to access that capital. And Atha has all of that. So we have the cash position, we have a technical team that has the ability to execute, but we also have the capital markets team that has the ability to access capital and continue to explore on this land position. To date, we've raised over $40 million in support of exploring the largest land position in the Athabasca Basin.
Fantastic. Now, by this point in the video, I'm sure my viewers are very intrigued, and they're probably wondering about getting in. I looked at your stock price; it's under $1, very affordable for any investor to get in. Where do you, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but what's realistic in the years to come, the next 2, 5, 10 years to come?
Atha is a company that is built for scale, and it's built for growth. And based off the platform that we have, we're actively looking at opportunities and continuing to pursue opportunities relative to consolidation within the uranium space. So expect us to continue to grow, and expect us to grow in 3 ways: through organic exploration and greenfields exploration, through exposure to our carried interest as it relates to NextGen Energy's exploration portfolio, and through taking advantage of and pursuing opportunities for consolidation within the uranium space.
Fantastic. In addition to all of those things, I can tell Atha has a very sharp CEO, my friend, and I wish you the absolute best, and look forward to talking to you sometime in the future as you make progress up there.
Excellent. Thank you, T. Appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, guys, you made it this far into the video. Here's this little stack of silver rounds that's up for grabs right now. All I need you to do at this point in time is name the fish that I showed in the video. Use the name of that fish in a sentence, and you'll be in contention for one of these. Once again, there'll be 4 winners. I appreciate you guys watching these sponsored videos from time to time. And as I said before, when I get paid, you get paid. Thanks for watching, everybody.